Hey everybody, this is Mastery 28 and I'm going to teach you guys how to manipulate and use files. That means reading and writing and creating files using C++. To get started, we have to make the header of include IOStream as always. And here we have to use another special type of header called fstream. This fstream enables you to write and read from different files, or edit and read files. Alright, I'll get into more. Alright, we're gonna make a simple program where we create a file. Alright, so we're gonna create a file. In order to create a file, we have to go if stream. No, we're going to create a file, so we have to go ostream. We're gonna create a file and write something in it. Alright, so we're gonna go offstream. What offstream does, there's three different types of streams. You can go offstream, if stream, and f stream. Offstream is for editing, or writing in a file. If stream is for reading data from a file, and f stream is like a interval between both of them. If stream depends on what you are using, or it will like determine where it is by default depending on the code you're using. Alright, so right now we're going to create a file and edit inside it. So we're going to go fstream, we have to name the file, name of the file, name of the file. And what I like to use is, this helps you write code real faster and saves a line, is you write file, and inside here we're going to create the file. So we're going to create a file, so we have the name of the file we're going to create. So we're going to go new file, .text. It's going to be .text file. What this is going to do, it's going to create inside your folder, you're going to create a new file .text with this code. Alright, so in here, so what this code right here is doing, we are creating a file inside your folder called new file.text. Alright, so, and in order to check inside a program to check if the file works or it's working, we have to, or it opened perfectly, it is recommended to use this code called newfile.is/open. What this does, this checks if the file opened correctly inside the code. And we can go else. If it didn't open correctly, we can just see out the file did not open correctly. Alright, so return 0. Alright, what this does, here I could just go and try the file open correctly. But that would be just a waste of like code. Like, you really don't need to like tell yourself it worked correctly. This could be like whatever. If it worked correctly, your code's gonna work technically. So there's no point in writing that. So I just, whatever you're gonna put in the code, just put it inside here if thing. Just like your new int, it's gonna be inside the if thing. Alright, so in here we're gonna write stuff into our file. So we're gonna go name of file, it's the same format as cout, and like that. But here you're writing into the file, so you're gonna go, instead of writing cout into the terminal or into the computer, into the screen, we're gonna type into the file, name of the file. And in here you just do normally. We're gonna go hello world. I'm typing inside the file, and with that, what that happens is that inside our new file, newfile.text, this text is going to appear. Alright then, so we're gonna go and run this. So let me go open up the terminal. It's gonna go alright like that. Wait, okay, but I found out what was wrong. I forgot to put like no parameters inside here. That's part of the text. Alright, so we're gonna run this thing again. Alright, wait. Alright guys, we had a little bit of technical errors. What I forgot to mention is that in the is open file you have to put the parameters in blank. And after you open the file, you have to close it. Otherwise, the program will take a like an error. So in order to close the program, you have to go name file dot close with the parameters in blank. All right. So this is a must-have on every program. So we're gonna run this again. I'm gonna execute it. There we go. And we have a problem. And so we executed the program, and we're gonna go and open up our entry, our folder, and look for the objects. Oh wait, new file. As you guys can see, it opened up a new file. So wait, what's the name of it? Yeah, it's called new file. So we're gonna open up new file. And as you guys can see, it says hello world. I'm typing inside the file. So what we did right here, as you guys can see, what we did was we created a new file.txt, as you guys can see, new file, and is open, and inside the file we typed in hello world. I'm typing inside the file, as you guys can see inside the file right here, the file typing inside the file. Wow, awesome, isn't it? And as you guys might be wondering, what might cause the file not to open? Well, if you do not put a parameter here, let's like take away the parameter and run the program, you will have the file did not open correctly because you are technically not opening any file, and that's the only way I came across of finding an error inside opening a file. Alright then, so we're gonna go quick. Alright, after this, we're gonna go and make a quick we're gonna try to read from a file. Alright, so I have this file called objects.txt with these characters right here: sword 50, dagger 20, bow 10. What we're gonna do is we're gonna read the file. We're gonna read from this file and take in the data from here. Depending on what number it is, it's gonna print out if it does damage or it takes in damage. Alright, so we're gonna try to do the little function right now. So we're gonna go check damage. We're gonna call the function check damage. So we have to create it. It's gonna be a void because it's not gonna return anything. Check damage. Alright, and inside here we're gonna leave it blank because we're not asking for any parameters. But in here, since we're gonna be using strings from the file, so we're gonna go strings. We're gonna use the string file, the string directory, or library, whatever you wanna call it. Alright, in here we're gonna read from the file. So if stream, and we're gonna name what file we want to call it. We're just gonna call it damage file. It's up to you, and we're gonna read from the file objects.txt. So we're gonna read from this file. So as I said before, the if stream is for reading in data. So we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna go string name for the name, and we're gonna go int for the damage. All right. So we're gonna go while into the file damage file. So while damage file, I'm gonna go name damage. All right, let me explain what I'm doing right now. What this file does, it's gonna go line by line. Let me open up the notebook. What this file is gonna go, it's gonna go line by line, checking for these things. Depending on the first thing it goes, it's going to determine it as the name, and the second data it enters is going to turn into a damage. What it's technically doing is going to go first line, the first thing, the first word, first character it interacts with, it's going to turn it into a string until it enters to another blank. So that's going to take it into the name. Then it's going to go into another thing it encounters, and it's going to make it into an integer, which is going to be 50, or the number it's going to enter. And then you're going to do it line by line until it encounters it doesn't have another line to do, and it's going to close. It's going to stop looking for data. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. And inside here, we're going to go if the power is greater than 0, that means our object does damage. So we're going to go cout the object does damage. Alright, so it does damage, so we're gonna go that, and we're gonna print out the name of the object, and put little space, and the damage it does, end line. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna copy this if and do it again if it's lower than 0. So the object takes in damage. The object takes in damage. Same thing, name, damage, whatever. So we're gonna run this terminal again. So we're gonna go run 21. Alright, power. What power? What are we doing with power? Where did I write? Oh, right here. Oh, maybe I got confused. Damage. Alright, guys, it's gonna go damage. Alright, we're saving that. Run it again. There we go. Compiled correctly. Okay. Oh. So we can ignore this part right here, the file did not operate correctly, because as you guys can see, I took it out right here. So we're just gonna go straight up. The object does damage. So we're gonna go open up objects. So the first line, the object does damage. So right here. So the first object, sword 50, does damage. So it's gonna go down to the bottom. The object does damage. Dagger 20, it does damage because it's greater than 0. The bow is greater than 0. The snake takes in damage because it's lower than 0, and the same thing with wolf. As you guys can see, this was a quick tutorial on how to read data from a file. I know this video was long, but it takes in a lot of time to explain. So hope you guys found this useful, and thanks for watching the video.